In a small village in New York, there lived a girl named Alice. She was ordinary in appearance, but extraordinary at heart. Her life was divided between the village and the forest. Every day she would go to the forest, sometimes to collect wood, sometimes to pick flowers, and sometimes just to find peace. Alice felt a deep connection with the forest. The calmness, the chirping of birds, and the scent of trees gave her solace. The villagers often teased her, calling her the daughter of the forest. They would say that her heart belonged to the woods. Alice would simply smile and ignore their remarks. One day, while picking flowers in the forest, Alice was startled when a leopard suddenly emerged from the bushes. She dropped her basket in fear as the leopard slowly advanced toward her. Just then, a massive gorilla appeared. His deep eyes burned with fury as he charged at the leopard. A fierce battle ensued. Within minutes, the leopard fled. Alice stood frozen, watching in shock. The gorilla turned toward her, but there was no aggression in his eyes, only concern. He approached her as if asking, "Are you okay?" Trembling, Alice nodded. This gorilla had saved her life. From that day on, an unusual bond formed between Alice and the gorilla. Whenever she visited the forest, he would come to meet her, sometimes even bringing fruit from the trees for her. Alice would laugh and gaze at him with warmth. Over time, their connection deepened. Alice realized that this gorilla was not just an animal. He understood her emotions. Whenever she felt sad, the gorilla would sit beside her, offering silent comfort. The villagers began to take notice of their friendship. At first, they dismissed it as a joke, but soon they grew fearful. A human and an animal should not be friends. This is unnatural. One day they gathered at Alice's house and warned her, "You must stop meeting that gorilla. He is dangerous." But Alice refused. "He is my protector. He saved my life." The villagers tried to convince her, but Alice continued visiting the gorilla. One day, the gorilla led Alice deep into the forest to a beautiful waterfall. As time passed, she realized that her heart beat for him. Their bond was strange, but love defied all boundaries. Months passed. Alice began to fall ill and could no longer visit the forest. The villagers grew suspicious. One day she gathered the courage to confide in her closest friend. When the villagers found out, they were furious. They felt betrayed and humiliated. "She must be cast out of the village," they declared. Their anger turned to hatred, and they decided to kill the gorilla. Armed with torches and weapons, they marched toward the forest. When Alice learned of their plan, she ran desperately to stop them. The villagers found the gorilla resting under a tree. As they raised their weapons, Alice ran in front of them, shouting, "You cannot kill him. He is my partner, the father of my child." The villagers were stunned. Their shock quickly turned into rage, and they attacked. But the gorilla, with his immense strength, fought them off. He grabbed Alice, placed her on his back, and escaped into the depths of the forest. After that day, Alice decided to leave the village forever. She chose to live in the forest with the gorilla. Months later, she gave birth to a healthy child. But the story doesn't end.